overall thoughts on team performance. A lot of bonus points, some perceived toss-up matches, and you guys were kind of widening the gap there.
Yeah, I mean, we got done talking to the team, and this was it's been a really tough early schedule for us with Vegas and early West Coast trip and coming back to OU and then this match. Just really happy with the guys. I think we're getting better every week. It's just cool to see the stuff that we're working on in practice and these guys going out and doing it. We talked to them about just wrestling the way you want to wrestle, and these guys are going out and doing that. So it was good to see him do that.
For Bratley, someone he's won a lot of one takedown matches. Ventresca's super good, had a great Vegas. Did you think that would transpire at the end where he'd be able to get the leg takedown in a turn like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Troy's, last year he had a really good year, but a lot of really close matches. And those go either way. And this year he's had a very, very difficult start to the season. And he's done a good job of just staying focused and continuing to improve, and he's starting to believe that he can separate himself in a very, very tough weight class. So he's had a really good start, and that was awesome to see. It's an easy match to just let it stay close and find yourself in an overtime or a double overtime. And getting that takedown in the first period was huge, and then obviously at the end, making that decision to get the takedown and then get the turn, and Troy's got on top. So it's a good one for him to just continue to build his momentum.
What did you think of DJ's match? Obviously pretty dominant.
Yeah. DJ just went out there ready to wrestle. It's just good to see the guys doing that. They're just wrestling the way they want to wrestle, which is good. And college wrestling can be a thing where it starts getting the season and you can just stand around. We kind of call it the dead space in between you and your opponent. And we did a good job of eliminating the dead space today and wrestling guys and creating the action. I think we earned 8 stall points tonight, which is awesome. And we didn't get them, we earned them. We're on the guys, and I think that's great. DJ's offensive rate of attack tonight was high, and he scored in multiple positions. So just that guy's tough. Just trying to separate ourselves.
What's possible for him this year?
I don't know. I mean, it's whatever DJ wants to do. I think it's a tough weight class, but that's why we're training, and that's what we're wrestling for. Days like today are days where you got a really tough guy, and he separated himself today, but tomorrow's a new day. You just got to keep getting better.
What did you make of Caleb's effort at the end?
Well, yeah, I mean, shoot, talking about making some mistakes. I mean, he made some, but that's Caleb. We talk about leaving and these guys just be like, I don't wrestle that guy again. And that guy might have won that match, but I don't think he wants to wrestle Caleb again. So yeah, he made some mistakes, but he wrestled through them. He finished great. We'll clean those things up, But I would rather that than a guy standing around doing nothing and waiting for one takedown at the end. So, Caleb's a guy that's going to create a lot of scoring opportunities. I mean, he made some mistakes for sure, but he'll clean that stuff up. He just, he's still just getting in the lineup. It's just his first match running out there. I'm sure had maybe some nerves running through himself, but he's felt it, and now January would be time to make some more improvements.
What's sort of going through your mind when Luke's in a minute-long scramble in sudden victory?
Well, he's always been a good scrambler. He's good on top. And today was, a match where, the way it went, he was on top in the third, and he's been riding guys a lot, and he didn't. So, again, there's one of those choices. Shoot, it's not really going my way. What's next? And, goes and gets a takedown. And he was dead to rights. I mean, he just kept wrestling. So it was good.
Is a scenario like that more nerve-wracking as a coach or as a wrestler?
I don't know. Both of them pretty nerve-wracking. I mean, we're just standing over on the side, but we just ask guys to continue wrestling and continue to believe in what we're doing, and Luke's been a good representation of that so far.
From this point last year to now, the offensive efficiency you guys have shown is almost night and day. I mean, just getting those bonus points and extending those leads. What would you attribute the growth in that area and the, increased tendency to get those bonus points? What would you attribute that the most to?
Belief, we're just guys are believing. We talk about what's your expectation when you walk out there. Do you expect to just win, or do you expect to keep scoring? That's what we talk about. Just keep scoring. We want the guys to make mistakes, because that's the easiest way we're gonna figure things out, you know, and I don't know, guys are just pushing themselves in practice, and it's momentum. I mean, we talked about this earlier this season, you know, 25 starts, 33, 41. I mean, that's how duels can swing one way or the other, and we start with, you know, 3 major decisions right off the bat, you know, and tough matches. So these guys are choosing to go out and do that, you know, so it's just really credit to them. Good job.
You mentioned Luke being a big scrambler, and he is. I've covered him since high school. He's always been able to do that. But you're new to coaching him. How long have you gone back and looked at old matches and things like that with some of these kids that you're new to coaching?
Yeah, I mean, I think you know, I've been following wrestling for a long time, so familiar with a lot of these guys. But yeah, you learn about them. You know, and that's the benefit of being in the room and wrestling and training with them this summer. You know, we were on the mat with these guys every day. We were on the mat with them every day. So you learn real quick. You learn where we're good, where we need to improve. Okay, let's work on those areas. And it's just, you got 10 starting guys, but we got however many guys on our team. Every one of them's a little different. So this is our plan. This is what we're gonna go do, but it's a little different. We have guys that wrestle different in the lineup. So how do we build upon what they're doing? How do we continue to get better? I think that's the fun thing about being a coach is, you know, we're not just coming in there and just running guys through a practice. We're trying to help them get better at wrestling. And, you know, that's what we're here for. We're trying to help these guys achieve their goals.
How impressed are you to see the I guess, swift growth this team's displayed in an array of different areas so quickly from the moment you've taken over?
I mean, the guys are they're believing. You know, that's what it takes. It just takes belief. It takes, I mean, wrestling's hard. We all know that. I mean, it's not easy. But and we have the decision to maybe take the easy way or the hard way. We're taking the hard way, you know, taking the way that we're going to keep wrestling, you know, and I think that's good. And guys are believing. It's been a good start, but we haven't really done anything yet. You know, we won some dual meets and won a tournament, but we're halfway through the season. There's still a lot of improvement for us to make, and we just got to help them keep getting better.
Crowd seemed pretty fired up. How much does that impact what you guys are doing?
Wrestling Gallagher is awesome. You know, unfortunately, the way that our schedule fell this year, we haven't had any students yet. You know, we've pretty much been in breaks the entire time for all of our home matches. So the momentum will continue to build. The excitement, you know, Oklahoma State loves wrestling. I'm looking forward to, you know, getting to some dual meets towards the end of January and February, where we start to get the students involved, and, you know, we want this place to be a place that people fear coming and wrestle. You know, it's loud, it's exciting, crowd's educated. You know, home mat advantage is awesome. So, you know, we want to have good dual meets that matter, dual meets that are fun, dual meets that are exciting. The fans are the most important thing. You know, we want people from all over Oklahoma, everywhere to come watch our duels. You know, and in order to do that, guys go out and wrestle and score points and be exciting. You know, we talk about this being a show. You could stay at home and watch on ESPN Plus. That's awesome, but come here, be a part of this. You know, help us make a difference. I think that's the biggest thing as we're moving forward. When I first got here, I was like, what do we got to do to get bigger crowds? Like, you got to win. Yeah, you do, for sure. But, you know, it's more than that. This is a wrestling experience. This is something that the state of Oklahoma can rally around coming to our matches. And I think as we continue to move forward, I think Oklahoma State wrestling can be a centerpiece for wrestling, and it starts with our fans here, obviously, in this arena. So it's awesome. The experience is gonna continue to improve.
Anything else?